Hey everyone, Techne here with an extremely late review on the Vaxee NP-01 here. We have the white and black, the glossy version here. Now let me tell you what, I was extremely excited about this mouse at the end of last year when it came out. Of course I didn't get one sent out review, this is why mine's late right here. Bought this myself. Again, I was just so stinking excited about it. Just reading about it, the guys used to work on some Zowie shapes and everything. Everything I kept hearing is it's like the Zowie EC2 and S1 or S2. I have the S1 right here, the bigger one, but again, it's kind of like a combination of all those. And these are some fantastic mice. I absolutely love Zowie mice. They're just perfect for me again, you know? So again, when I combine all that and I saw this and heard about this, I was like, wow, like I got giddy excited, you know? But again, I'm horrible at these limited drop buys. Like I'm in the middle of a game. I even set an alarm. I'm like, let me get one more round in. Next, you know, I get to the site and they're stinking sold out. So anyways, I'm late to this, but still, let's go and check out this mouse. So number one, straight out of the box, like right into your hand, you feel quality. I mean, this mouse is stinking solid, no creaking, no flexing, no cranking, no wobbling, no nothing. I mean, it is stinking solid. And again, you just feel it. You almost got like this one-piece shell right there. It is just like, wow. Again, you're pressing the bottoms, you're pressing the sides, wherever. It is stinking solid. Now we come up to the cable up here. As you see, it does shoot out a little bit up there, so you don't get that initial drag. But the cable, not the best. It's a little bit of a stiffy here, and it's kind of thick. So you're definitely gonna have to throw it into a bungee minimum, but I'd highly recommend you probably slap a paracord on this guy. Now flipping it over onto the bottom, we use the 33.89 cents. You got DPI, polling rate, and then a click response time. I never really adjusted it. I never really noticed any time when I was testing right there. But again, it's cool that you can adjust all this without any software. Now looking at the feet right down here, big chunky, again, kind of looking like Zowie, right? But they're very, very thin. I definitely recommend you probably slapping some core pads on this guy if you pick it up, because again, these feet are very thin. Now taking a look at the buttons here, they are all very crispy, no pre or post travel. None of them feel mushy whatsoever. Nice tight scroll wheel. Definitely sounds just like a Zowie. Now, most importantly with this mouse right here is the shape and the dimensions. At least for me, again, super excited about it. Sounded like the perfect mouse for me, right? And when you look at these dimensions, it looks pretty stinking good. It's almost like, hey, I got a little touch of Bambi, I got a little touch of Ergo. You know, it's not too big, not too small. Again, it sounds stinking perfect. So now that we just had a look at those dimensions right there, this is the topic that really stood out to me, and again is the shining point. That's what really sold me on this mouse, was the shape. But unfortunately for me, now this is going to be different for everybody. As we all know, ambi, ergo, big, small, heavy, light, mice is different for everybody. So again, we're taking this from my point of view. If you watched any of my other mice reviews, you know what I like, you know? But again, with me being so excited about the shape of this mouse, it did not work out at all. Not a single bit. And it's almost sad. It really is, because again, the side buttons, they're in a perfect shape. If you're like clawing this guy, or even if you pull it into the back of your palm, it's right there, you know what I mean? It is so stinking nice. And again, going back to talking about it being like the EC2 over here, or S2, I have the S1, which is definitely bigger over here. So these two mice I stinking love. They're just tried and true. They're fantastic mice, you know what I mean? And that's what I expected. I'm like, wow, I'm going to get both of these into one. But you don't get that. Like EC2 over here, you can palm this guy. And it fits in there like a stinking glove. And I think it will fit like that for anybody that likes an ergo or palm grip mouse. It's what you get right here. You know what I mean? Coming over here to the S1 or S2 if you have it, you know what I mean? It's just, you get that mix. You got a nice hump back there. You can bring it back, but it's not too tall. And you can really just grip it and get a really good hold of it. Hold your shots or whatever. So it's comfortable and everything, you know? So when I take all that, I kind of thought I'd be able to get both worlds here. And you kind of do, but you kind of do in an uncomfortable way, right? This back hump back here, as you see, it flares out just a pinch on the side where they're trying to pull out. It looks like, again, EC2-ish there. So sure, my palm's sitting back on that hump, but then, bam, my fingers just drop off at the front. So I'm like, wait, hold on. Am I trying to palm grip this thing, or am I trying to claw or fingertip it? You know what I mean? So again, it kept messing with me, but more importantly, okay, it messed with me. So let me get a few more rounds in and really wrap it around my head, right? So I start gripping it like, all right, let me just claw this guy. Nah, I can't, because again, that hump is still catching me in the back right side of my palm here. I'm like, all right, well, let me just palm it. No, I can't, because again, my fingers are dropping off on the side, on the front right here. So I'm like, well, let me fingertip it, right? When I fingertip, my pinky comes towards the back, and it's touching that flare back there. So again, it starts bringing the mouse to the side on me. So no matter what variation I did, and again, I try to wrap my head around each different grip right there in rounds, and I played absolutely horrible, because in my mind, I'm keep trying to, all right, let me do this grip. No, let me do this grip. Okay, hey, let me pull it into this grip. And none of them worked out for me at all. So again, that was just such a heartbreaker for me, because again, from the beginning, the buttons, the clicks, the build, everything is perfect about this, but the shape for me. Now, this shape might be absolutely perfect for you. It might be, again, that end game perfect mouse for you. And that's what I feel like this mouse is. It's someone that worked on Zowie that probably used both of these mice and said, I love these mice. Can we get something that's, again, with both of them? And what this reminds me of is like, us as tech fans, we always say, like, even with phones, headphones, heck, anything, right? Man, I wish they had this headphone with this, this, and this. It'd be the perfect headset for me. I wish this keyboard had this, this, and this. Same with mice. And that's what it feels like right here. Like someone said, man, I wish it had this, this, and this is what they came up with. This, and this is that perfect mouse for that person. Sure, there's going to be other people out there this is going to be perfect for, but I think it's going to be less than more, for sure. And I pretty much say that's where I come to this. It's like, if you want that palm grip, get the EC2 or whatever. If you want a bigger, smaller one, get one of those. Or you go with the S1, you know. And I talk about that and go on. And the weird thing that really stuck in my head, I'm like, how this mouse didn't work out for me so much. It's like, you guys remember this one? What is this guy called even? The HSK, this little dinky mouse. I had a better time gaming as far as enjoyment and performance with this little dinky weird mouse than I did with this. That is how bad my time was with this mouse. All right, so after we talked about all the dimensions, my grip, and how it wasn't working out for me, like I stated, maybe it's the right mouse for someone out there. I feel like someone made their perfect mouse, and that's pretty much what it is. It's an interesting mouse. I love tech when they, we get something different and not just copies here, there, and there, you know what I mean? So that was really cool and everything, but I can't recommend this mouse, and it's not me saying it's a bad mouse. Like I say, the build is stinking fantastic. The shape is cool, but didn't work out, you know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying it's a bad mouse. It's a shape that I would tell you to really pull out some other mice you have, compare it to the dimensions, and say, okay, well, I like this on this mouse and that on that mouse, but not this and this, before you buy it, you know what I mean? Or at least get it in your hands, because, again, me talking about those mice that I absolutely love, this was nothing near it, and it didn't work out in any grip or play style for me, and that's what I would say. I'd say, again, buy whichever Zowie you want for whichever grip and use them that way. Great mouse, a cool mouse, but, not for me at all. So anyways, let me know down in the comments what you think about the NP-01. Again, it might have sounded like I was bashing it, but that's not what I'm doing here. Again, I'm telling you straight up, hey, it's not a mouse for me at all, and I'm not too sure who it is going to be for, you know what I mean? Definitely cool, interesting, but I'm really curious to hear if you use the NP-01. Please let me know down in the comments, do you like it? And what would you compare it to? Again, it's just a conversation piece, honestly, and I'm really curious. But I hope I helped you out with this mouse some way or another here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to some future tech videos. Hey, I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.